The Dark and the Wicked. Scary ass movie. Creeped me the hell out. I was like this at a point. I was like, I had to close the door behind me, watch in my room, and I always had the door behind me open. And at a point, a movie's good. It's being good at being scary. When I'm like, damn, I gotta close that door. Now it's getting weird. But there's a little indie horror film. Never heard of it before in my life. Started looking up, indie horror films of the new millennia. High ratings. 91% Rotten Tomatoes. Had a great name. The Dark and the Wicked. I was like, fuck yes. Why don't people talk about this? And I watched it. I'm like, why don't people talk about this? Great introduction. Just very a lot of what's scary in a film is the editing. You can edit things in a little frantic way. You could use sound. Sound is a big prevalent thing in making something scary, because atmosphere is the big thing that gets me. Like, a lot of people have their own specific proclivities that make them scared. Mine is atmosphere. I get creeped out by, like, Hereditary. Hereditary freaks me out because even though not something scary is popping out of you every 5 seconds, because I'm not a jump scare person. I don't really get scared by jump scares. But I do get freaked out by atmosphere. And that movie's building an atmosphere throughout the entirety of the movie. So the last 15 minutes just creep me the hell out. Like, I'm just like watching that movie. Or, The Blair Witch. The Blair Witch is great because it's so real. And that's what makes it scary, is the fact that it feels so real. Or The Exorcist. First time I saw The Exorcist, that atmosphere it was building was just great, dreadful, dreary, no hope. It's all over. Or The Babadook. Babadook utilizes sound very well and editing very well to give you that very unnerving something's crawling under your skin tone. This movie does that in spades. It's very well handled. The way that they choose to go about it on a technical level. The acting's great, all unheard of people. And it's about pretty much dark and wicked. It's just not unclear what the antagonist is. It's alluding to being Satan in a way, but it's done in such a disturbing way. And I'm like, I love that there isn't a real reason for why things are happening. Shit's just happening. And I'm like, that's great. What a weird thing to... A movie just has things happening. Things happening, that's it. And it's one of the only times just things happening without explanation works. And as it goes on, it just gets worse and creepier, more disturbing, and it just straight up gets under your skin and you want to stop watching it. By the time it's over, I was like, ugh, I can never watch that twice, but not because it wasn't good, but because it was uncomfortable to watch, which to me is a great horror film. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Highly recommend this movie. Would be a 5 if it was rewatchable, but it's too good at being scary, but at the same time, I'm like, rewatchable is always a factor. So watch The Dark and the Wicked, and if you're religious, you'll like it even better.